Um, the Predator technology, I really don't know too much about it. I know that they said that it helps, it enables, I guess, so that way they can make move interruption, which they're bringing in from pretty much the GameCube games. And from what I gathered from from the move interruptions is, I don't really think that this is just going to be move interruption that you can interrupt a move at any time. Because from what I've gathered from interviews and stuff like that, it seems like you can only break up moves at specific points in the move. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just me kind of speculating, because I haven't really seen any interviews where that's been answered or not. But the option that they always, well, the example that they always give is when Cena is actually, on the ropes, when he's running across the ropes, that you can interrupt the move. They never said that you could interrupt the move when he's actually doing like his little hand signal and he's about to drop his fist for the 5-knuckle shuffle. They never said that you could interrupt during that time frame. So I don't know if that's going to be like a specific time in the move that you're allowed to do it. If you could just randomly kick them while Orton is doing an RKO or something like that, or if that's one of those moves that's just so quick that they can't add in a time period in there where it could be interrupted. And if that's the case, if it's the case of certain moves being able to be interrupted at certain points, then you know for a fact that's going to interrupt, or that's going to affect the online, because then people are going to be picking moves that can't be interrupted, and so on and so forth. So I hope that you can interrupt them at any time, because then you wouldn't have that problem. But if it is like I was thinking, and it's just like different like portions of the move that you're allowed to interrupt, I think that's going to affect the online as well, pretty much negatively, because the community, like I said before, is really not that great. What else? What else did they say? You can now target limbs, which is something that I haven't really been able to see up close and personal. And from what I have seen before, matches can still end in like 2 minutes. So I don't really see the point of targeting limbs if you can pretty much pin somebody in about 2 minutes still. Again, since maybe it's an early version, maybe they'll fix that. And supposedly legend difficulty this year is supposed to be like amazing and really give you the punishment that a legend difficulty should pretty much give. Speaking of the AI, I guess the AI is better this time around, and the AI can actually keep a log of moves that the AI is doing, and a log of the moves that you're doing. So if you're spamming moves, then the AI, I guess, will recognize that. I think that was pretty much in 2011 though. I mean, if you did the same move over and over again, I think the AI would eventually reverse. So I don't know how exactly this log of moves, like this move tracking thing that the AI has now, I don't know how that will affect everything. So what else? We found out last year, for ourselves that the moves that they removed, some of the ones that they removed were brand new in 2010. So I don't really know where he's coming from with the PS1 and PS2 moves being removed, because they pretty much found out on their own, like the community pretty much found out on their own, all the moves that were removed, and some of them were brand new in 2010 and were removed anyway. And with this so-called, Predator technology, they said that they could convert the moves from 2011 over. The reason that they're allowed to keep everything from last year is because of this new technology, and they can pretty much upgrade the moves visually with this new technology. So you would think if everything could be carried over from 2011, then what about some of those moves that were removed from 2010? What about some of those moves that were removed from 2009? Why not go back and see if this technology works on them? Like if these moves could look better in the shape of this new technology. That would be something that I would like to see from them, I guess, if something like that would work. I mean, if you could do it for 2011, then why can't you do it for 2010? Why can't you do it, for at least going up to maybe '07, because that's still on the Xbox, or maybe even '08, since that's, that was when it was actually multi-platform. But lastly, we have the comeback attacks, or whatever. They're like the momentum shift, pretty much, where they pretty much make a comeback if you're getting beat down or whatever. The person that's getting beat down can just make this huge comeback with a chain of attacks that's pretty much character specific to that person. Now, they did say that some will be generic. You know how I hate generic shit. They also said some winning animations will be generic again. I hate generic shit, but they did say that you can assign. They said that you can assign comebacks to the superstars and to created wrestlers, but you can't split up the comeback and build together your own comeback. Like, if you choose Randy Orton's comeback, it's going to have to be the clothesline, power slam, and then, I guess he goes into some crazy rage fit or something like that. I don't really know. But there was also a question asked about that on the live stream. There was a question asked about the Viper RKO, the one where he pretty much does the stalking animation, because they added in these wake up animations, these wake up taunts, pretty much, which they've had in the game previously. They had a Goldberg taunt where he would back up into the corner. They kind of had a Brock Lesnar lift up one. They had a bunch of them back in the day, and I guess they're just starting to bring these back now. These wake up taunts that kind of set you up for your finisher. And there was a question asked about Edge's spear and the Viper RKO, because those two moves, the Edge spear kind of sets up a wake up taunt within the move, which it kind of warps you to the corner, and then you kind of set up this wake up taunt, and then it leads into the move. And then the Viper RKO, which is pretty much, I guess it's the stalking RKO. I don't know what it was called. They keep changing the name of it, but is the one where he does the fist. Where he slams his fist into the mat, and he does the whole wake up thing into the RKO. If those moves would be affected by the wake up taunts, and there wasn't anything said on that during the stream. The question just kind of got dodged. But that is a really good question. Like, if moves that already kind of have a wake up taunt attached to them, if those moves will be detached. Will they be detached from the wake up taunt portion in the move, or will they just stay there? What will happen to those? I don't really know, but I think I've pretty much ranted, or at least discussed, long enough. It's probably almost 30 minutes of me talking about this. This has pretty much been all my thoughts on this pre-build version. Again, like I said in the very, very beginning, I'm just not impressed, and I felt like they should have. I understand that they want to hold stuff off, and they want to kind of reveal things as we go along, but I think to get people more interested and to get people into the wrestling game like they want, because, over the years, there's been, no interest in wrestling games at all. To build more interest in there, they should have really, not have pulled their punches and just threw something out there, something big, some new mode. If they have any new mode, I don't really know. All I know is that they still have the same stuff, and supposedly all the same stuff has been worked on, and, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to see when more stuff gets put out, when more information gets put out. But like I said, right now, my general feeling about the game right now is I'm just not impressed. That's just pretty much it. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I hate the game or that it's a piece of shit, something like that. I'm not a hater or anything like that. I'm just saying that I'm not impressed with the game. Will that kind of go into whether or not I'll buy the game? I don't know, because there's a lot of time left until the game actually comes out, so there's a lot of stuff for them to show. I'm just saying right now at this point. So by all means, if you guys are fans of the series, if you guys have followed the series, you guys can leave your own opinions about WWE 12. Like I said, I really wish I would have been able to go to like E3 or something like that and at least get a hands-on compared to last year where I was pretty much doing the same shit that I'm seemingly doing this year. Hopefully one of these years, though, I'll be able to actually get a hands-on, and when I'm actually doing these impressions videos, I'll actually have some gameplay knowledge of me that I actually played the game itself instead of just kind of going off random footage. But that'll pretty much wrap it up, guys. If you liked the video, leave it a thumbs up. Like I said before, discuss your thoughts on WWE 12, and I will talk to you guys later.